Hello and welcome to a new rush hour episode of Trains App, and today we're at Peterborough on the East Coast Mainline. We're seeing services from great start, Grand Central, East Midlands Railway, Cross Country, Thameslink, LNER, and whole trains, and with any luck, some freight as well. Down in the distance is 180-104 for Grand Central, working a service from London King's Cross to Bradford Interchange. Alongside me is another one of Grand Central's 180 Atalantes, working the 1718 Grand Central service from Bradford Interchange to London King's Cross. Over there is 170-106, that'll be working the 1716 Cross Country service from Birmingham New Street to Cambridge. As I was getting myself sorted, there was a GB66 going from Felixstowe to Masborough, and there was an LNER 225 set that departed with a service for Leeds. So hopefully the aim of the game this time around is to catch a little bit of freight on the East Coast Mainline and get some of the LNER 225 sets in their intercity livery. So, with that all being said and done, never mind. This Grand Central service to London King's Cross is now departing. I believe that's probably going to be 180, 102. As here we have an LNER Azuma coming in. 801-213. It's going to be working a service to Edinburgh Waverley. It'll be the 1718 service. Plenty of people are waiting to board that train. Squeaky brake time for the Azuma, when the 180 pulled up, my word. You'd know about it because the brakes, they announced themselves. So, with that all being said and done, let us see what else shall turn up. Okay, departing now 2 minutes late is going to be the 1716 cross-country service to Cambridge. Oh, yes, and you might even see services from Greater Anglia. Okay, the next train drive is going to be the 1724 East Midlands Railway service from Norwich to Liverpool Lime Street.
Platform 7 for the 1724 East Midlands Railway.
158-813 working this service. Plenty of people on board. We know, we can see. Wonderful news. Okay, departing now is the 1724 Thameslink service to Horsham. Worked by 700-138. Snaking its way onto the main line. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be an LNER Azuma running from London King's Cross to Bradford Foster Square. Almost couldn't say the word Bradford then. (801-107) and 801-111 with the honours for that one. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 1730 LNER service from York to London King's Cross, worked by one of their Azumas. A fair few people waiting to get on board.
The train at platform 3 is the 1730 LNER Azuma service to...
This is being worked by 801-230. Yep, squeaky break time. Okay then, getting ready to depart now is going to be 801-230 with the 1730 LNER service to London King's Cross. Already people staring at me trying to work out what it is I'm doing. Doesn't take a genius to work out that I'm standing here with Agatha Christie trying to order a buffet. Okay, the next train to pass by will be a Grand Central Adelante. (180-103) screaming her way down the line to Sunderland. Well, actually, be up the line, won't it? Thundering her way and screaming her way north. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be an LNER Azuma going from Harrogate to London King's Cross. (800-203) gliding through with ease, shall we say. A couple of nice sparks to the pantograph. Okay, the next train to snake its way into Peterborough will be a terminating Thameslink service from Horsham. This will be worked by 700-110. Not very many people on board, it would seem. And there you go. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1744 East Midlands Railway service to Norwich, worked by 158862. See, I'm surprised that they're running a two-car train. I would have thought that to play things safe, they'd have stuck two 158s together. That's what I would have done anyway, but that's just me.
1744 East Midlands Railway service to Norwich.
Yes, we know.
Ely,
Yes.
Bedford,
Yes.
and Norwich.
Good.
This train has two coaches.
Does it?
Change at Norwich for services to Sheringham and Great Yarmouth.
I'll add that to my list of things to do.
1744 East Midlands Railway service to Norwich.
Are you definitely 100% sure it's Norwich? Just want to make sure you got your information there, right, love? Okay, the next train to arrive will be a terminating Greater Anglia service from Ipswich, worked by one of their 755 bi-mode trains. 755 411. Fair few people on board. Okay, and about ready to depart will be 158862 with the 1744 East Midlands Railway service to Norwich. It's just starting to rain that little bit heavier. As here we have passing through 801-220 with an LNER service bound for Edinburgh Waverley. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 1751 LNER service from London King's Cross to Leeds, worked by one of their gorgeous 225 sets. Leading the way is 91-114. Durham Cathedral. On the rear is 82-212. God, does that look good? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, sir, that looks the business. Do you know, I really do hope that when the 225s ultimately get removed from service, that LSL do buy a set. It would just be a travesty. Absolute travesty if not one is saved. Okay, then coming in is the replacement. This is 801-209, working the 1750 LNER service from Edinburgh Waverley to London King's Cross. There you go. Stark difference between the designs. Give me a 225 set any day of the week. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to make the... Hey? No, try again. The next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1754 cross-country service from Stansted Airport to Birmingham New Street, worked by 170-637. I love the variety and traction that you get here at Peterborough. Absolutely love it. Okay, that's party is 801-209 with the 1750 LNER service to London King's Cross. The 225 set is getting ready to go. Doing about turn. Certainly not hanging about is 755-411 with the 1750 Greater Anglia service to Ipswich. Right, and there goes the 1754 cross-country service to Birmingham New Street, as the 1754 Thameslink service to Horsham is having its final preparations made. Okay, our first freight train of the evening is going to be worked by a Freightliner Class 66 going from Felixstowe to Coatbridge. I suspect that'll probably change locos at Crewe Bass Hall to a pair of 90s. So this will be worked by 66-541. I'm wondering if they're going for a driver change here as well. I suspect that is a yes. Evergreen containers have seen better days. Yeah, there is a couple of Maersk containers in there, so there you go, just down there. And as you can see, one of them is rusted to buggery, so it stands to reason that there may be one or two other Maersk containers in there that are battered beyond belief, as that seems to be the par for the course with their containers. I don't know what it is with Maersk containers, but their ones always seem to be the ones that have been in the wars, be it through rust, dents, and God knows what. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1810 LNER service from London King's Cross to Hull. So, working this will be 800-106. As up there is an LNER Azuma, working a service from Edinburgh Waverley to London King's Cross. That's running about 7 minutes early at the moment, as our Freightliner 66 is powering back up to continue on her journey to Coatbridge. Let us study the containers with intent. Right, we're putting the hammer down. Really putting the hammer down. Okay then. Fairly rusty, not too bad. just, yeah, atrocious. Yeah, that's seen better days. Flat wheel on that one. Not the longest consist. There's a chap who was just filming just down by those steps. Steps? Seats even. How's that a step? He's just been given a little sneak in-cab visit from the guard. Damn decent of yourself. Well done, that man. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be a terminating Thameslink service from Horsham. And at some stage there will be an LNER 225 set coming in, working the 1809 service to London from Leeds, doing about turn to find her incoming now. Leading the way is 82222. And we've got 700 118 coming in. I shall then get the 91 when she leaves. Okay, about ready to depart now is going to be the 1809 LNER service to London King's Cross. To 1106 will bring up the rear. Okay, well, as the rain is getting heavier, I may have to duck for cover shortly, but the next train to pass through will be a Grand Central Adelante, complete with a tone, going from Sunderland to London King's Cross. That'll be 180 106. Okay, well, unfortunately the rain has interfered with my plans, so I'm having to find other areas to stand or I'm not going to get drenched. So incoming now is 17397 with a late running 1813 cross-country service to Cambridge. Unfortunately, it's like a heavy drizzle that's coming down, so it's the stuff that just really soaks you. So not only am I getting soaking wet, but unfortunately so is my tablet as well, which I use for filming. Water and electronics don't really like one another. Okay, well there goes 17397 with the late running 1813 cross-country service to Cambridge. Behind me will be a GBRF 66 hauling a container train from Birch Coppice to Felixstowe South. 66726 with the honours for this one. Sheffield Wednesday. Quite noisy. Oh. And over there will be the 1818 East Midlands Railway service to Doncaster, worked by a Turbo Star. 170, I want to say that's 170 270. I want to say yes, so I will say yes. Trying to see what wagons these are. FWA. And this one is, that's also an FWA, is it? I believe you. Many wouldn't. I wouldn't believe me. Because now you've got some self-confidence in yourself. Well, you know how it goes. Okay, I'm seeing headlights in the reflection of those containers, so we'll walk through here. We'll have a browse. Ah, be a terminating Great Northern service from London King's Cross. Worked by a pair of 387s. Leading the way is 387 111. Run, Forest, run. This will then head off to the carriage sidings once empty. That was a sudden stop, blimey. Okay, the next train to roll up is 800 202 with the 1830 LNER service from Lincoln to London. You're also going to have, I think it's the 1829 East Midlands Railway service from Norwich to Manchester Piccadilly. As you've got the 1724, very late running 17? Wow, that would be late. 1824 Thameslink service to Horsham now departing. This is 158 770. Debranded. And rather full. Okay, the next freight train to pass by is going to be another GB66, the first time I've ever seen this one, going from Birch Coppice to Felixstowe North. This will be 66779. Evening Star. I've got the model, but I've never seen the real thing. This is worth getting wet for. Fortunately, it's easing up a little bit, but it's still fairly persistent. Basically running empty. Now, the Great Northern 387s that came in, I don't know why, but the driver who brought it in is not taking the thing back out, so it's just parked up here. It was supposed to go into the sidings. It was given a path to go into them, the signal had changed for it, but there's no driver. Okay, that's mine is 158 770 with its service to Manchester Piccadilly. Well, 1829, that's the ticket. Oh, hello, autofocus. There you go. Right. And now departing is the 1830 LNER service from Lincoln to London King's Cross. I had to think about that one, if it wasn't that obvious. Okay, the next freight train to make an appearance is going to be a DB Cargo UK Class 66 in its maritime livery. Maritime Intermodal 3. Doing the Wakefield Europort to London Gateway DB Cargo 66142. It's currently, what, 25 to 7, and that's due to sit here until 1855. But I've got a feeling that might be let out early on good behaviour. And in other news, we have a driver. So that'll be heading off into the sidings, well, whenever, I guess. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1838 LNER service from London King's Cross to Leeds. Leading the way is 801 110. With 801 109 on the rear. Hey, running in numerical order. And plenty of people on board as well. Some of them staring at me once more, trying to work out what it is I'm doing. It does amuse me when I'm filming. I'm standing on a station with a tablet pointing at a train and people stare at me. So what do you think I'm doing? Right, it was 66142, Maritime Intermodal 3 is now powering up, so she has been let out early. What a shocker.
Platform.
There we go, our 387's now heading off into the sidings. Oh, the wheel spin there. And again, 129 having a bit of issues there on the old traction front. As we also have incoming a terminating Thameslink service from Horsham, as now departing is the 1838 LNER service to Leeds. This is 700 127.
Well, I wasn't. It was only I looked up and I was like,
And Edinburgh. This train has 9 trains. First class passengers down to zone 729. Second class in zones 1 to 6.
Doors opening. Lift going up.
The next train to
Doors
arrive
closing.
at 4 will be the 1819 LNER Zuma service to
Really not a fan of this weather. So far, all 3 rush hour films that I've done so far have had rain in them. It's just, I'm never going to win. Okay, we've got 2 trains coming in here. On the left will be the late running 1819 LNER service to Edinburgh Waverley, running about 23 minutes late. Behind me is the 1846 East Midlands Railway service to Norwich, And then on the right is going to be a Freightliner 66 going from Felixstowe to Doncaster. 801-211 is working the Edinburgh bound service. 158865 is working the Norwich service. And then hauling the containers. Well, we all know it's a 66, but what is the number? Well, I'm getting to that if you'll be patient. Oh, alright, calm down. We have 66569. Complete with squeaky brake time from 801-211. And I'm guessing by that chap there that we're going to be having either a pickup and or driver change. Well, on the basis the chap has just oh no, the driver's standing. He's vacated the driver's seat. No, I think it was a driver change. Very nice indeed. Oh, there's also another LNER Azuma at the top of the line. I'm not entirely sure where that is off to. I don't really fancy standing out any further, otherwise I'll get soaked. Well, I already am, but that's besides the point. If I can avoid getting any further soaked, then I will. I don't quite fancy getting yet another cold. See if I can work out where this is going. I might be able to read the destination boards. Unless this is being held to allow 801-211 to go, which I think it is doing. Someone's got a pizza, so I can smell it. Right, that's 801-212. Hey, 801-212! And that's going to Edinburgh Waverley. Right, okay, yeah, 211's being allowed to go, then 212 will follow. I love that, running in numerical order.
All day long. And I was looking at the forecast.
Happy days.
They say that it's going to be unsettled tomorrow.
So the first calling point for this train will be Darlington. Right, I'll bring it back over this way to find 569 now firing up and continuing on her journey to Doncaster. Those wagons there are not to be used on ferries. Well, seeing as we did away with trains on ferries a fair few years ago, I don't really think it matters all that much. Unless they're planning to reinstate something. I'll tell you what service that I actually do wish that they could reinstate, or should reinstate, that would actually be financially viable, would be a motor rail service. You know, you would make heaps of money out from that. Pickups in London, depending on which route you can take. In fact, you can actually run services on the East Coast and West Coast main lines. Perfectly doable. Do it from King's Cross, do it from Euston, then have various stops along the route. It would be a commercial success. I'm just staggered that they ever stopped running them. Alrighty then, 158865 is now departing with the 1846 East Midlands Railway service to Norwich. Okay, the next train to arrive, coming in about 9 minutes early, will be the 1855 LNER service from London King's Cross to Skipton. And this will be worked by 800-201. Next calling point after this will be Newark Northgate. Okay, the next train drive is going to be the 1854 cross-country service from Cambridge to Birmingham New Street with completely independent windscreen wipers, it seems, from 176.20. There's a few people on board.
1854 cross-country service to Birmingham New Street.
Yes, I just said that.
Ordered Stamford, Oakham, Melton Mowbray, Leicester, Nuneaton, Hoddleston Parkway and Birmingham New Street.
Jolly good.
This train has 6 coaches.
Does it? I think someone can't count. Okay, the 1854 cross-country service to Birmingham New Street is about ready to depart. As also coming in is the 1900 cross-country service to Cambridge, by 176.22. And as one comes in and one goes out, I shall leave it there. Thank you all very much for watching, it is greatly appreciated. If you have enjoyed what you've seen today, then please do like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment, I do go back to them as and when I get the opportunity to. Despite the weather, which you can see in front of me has really turned quite badly, I've quite enjoyed myself here. Nice rush hour period at Peterborough. I think the West Coast Main Line's better, I'll be honest, but the East Coast Main Line, on this section anyway, not bad. Not bad at all. I'm not too sure where I'll be going next, so just look at the description to see where I've been, because by the time this gets released, I'd have already done my film at my next place, which it's going to be on the West Coast Main Line. There won't be anything on the Chiltern Main Line, I don't think. Not until the link between Didcot and Oxford gets reopened to allow all the freight to go through. So that's currently all being diverted via the West Coast Main Line at the moment, or the Southampton liners anyway. So, as the heavens really do now open, I shall leave it there. So, until next time, from me here at Peterborough, I shall see you all later. Take care guys, goodbye.